We are back live and getting cameras back up. We fixed our audio issues, I believe. Now we have our network issues. So, you know, as always, it's never boring with W7, and today's no exception. So you guys know that. But, boy, nice move by McNeil, but it's going to be a push-off and a charge on McNeil. Well, hopefully you guys can hear us now. Larry Klein, I know you're out there. Give me a sound check that says, hey, everything's working and you can hear me. It's, we've had all kinds of issues here this first half, but hopefully we got it squared away now. 27-12 in favor of Arrowhead. Just starting second half, 16:56 to go. Shot from the corner, three-pointer, no good. Boy, good offensive rebound. 27-12. Shot no good. Nice putback with, boy, you got to box him out every time. Here comes McNeil back the other way. Gosh, pull up, little runner.
That was nice.
Natalie McNeil for two. 27-14.
Ooh.
She almost did the same move down here the previous possession because she got a charge. So
charge
that's
what
on
they were all
McNeil.
fired
Yep.
up about.
No, they were fired up.
I was in some creepy locker room. I feel like we should be on like a Netflix documentary movie.
Like Scream 2 or something back there.
I was like turned the corner. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Kind of creeping around. It was bad. Light like automatically went on and waiting for someone to come grab me.
Welcome to South Campus.
Yeah, where? I didn't know Arrowhead had this. I was expecting to go into some luxurious like buffet line.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Lou With for two. Buffet. Yeah, I didn't see a food spread or anything. I mean,
Whitty, where's
come on, Whitty, help us out.
Right.
Where's the love?
I was like waiting to fly in on the helicopter provided by the school, but it didn't happen either.
I mean, they call him the U, right? I mean, I kind of expected a little more. McNeil, no good. Rebound. Arrowhead, boy, they've sure played a great game here so far. 15-point lead with 15:23 to go, second half. Second half just underway. Maybe you can ask Coach Mark again if all's clear. Kate Richmond pull-up jumper. Got it.
I don't think they have air or heat in here either. Like I feel like I can't feel what on my phone.
47 degrees. They got an intentional fan blowing on us.
Yeah, I get like my little hair wispies blowing into my eyes here.
Drew Henning in the house.
Yeah, I love Drew. She's having a great year for McGuanago.
She sure is.
She's one of my favorite kids. I know coaches aren't supposed to have favorites and all that, but she's one of my favorites that I've ever coached before. She's
special.
Love how she plays.
Yep.
She doesn't know how to turn it off, and she battles, and she's just so hard-nosed.
McNeil, boy, nice little turnaround off
Jesus,
the glass. Natalie McNeil. Wow.
You can tell she's in that zone now where she's going to help. She's taking over.
Turnover. Uh-oh. You feel it starting to turn. (29-18). Yeah, no, it's been an adventure. We're not going to go back in time and look at the first half. We're moving forward here from this point on. It's kind of like, when you guys have a first half, I mean, you go in the locker room and you're like, okay, it didn't go well. Let's move on and start talking about the second half. You don't sit here and rehash the first half. Hey, your audio problems. Like, hey, you know what went wrong. You don't need any more help. You got to look forward now.
Okay, live now and much better. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
That's what he's good. That's what,
Love Coach Mark. He's awesome.
Look into what life is like at Buck Show West.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, we were talking about the girls' basketball community. So Coach Merg is in the house also from Wauwatosa East, and TR from the Wisconsin Lady Shooters. And so Coach Merg came over, and we were talking, and she's like, well, I hear McGuanago is really, really good. she's like, have you seen them play? I'm like, yeah. I said, do you see the girl like sitting right next to you now? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's Drew Henning from Aguanaga. Look, you can ask her. She'd probably tell you they're pretty good.
She probably could tell you that. Yeah.
Although Drew would be like, no. We're all right.
Yeah, that's exactly. She would never.
I don't know what the big deal is about us. McNeil's the same way, and people. Sky was giving me a hard time saying I didn't give her enough praise. I'm like, she doesn't like a lot of praise. He gets too much, she gets embarrassed by it. So I'm like, yeah, she did fine. 21 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. That's all right. There's a rebound by McNeil on the floor.
Look at her diving.
After everything.
She was not going to give up on that one. She is. She's fun to
special.
Watch. She's a special kid. It's no surprise that so many college coaches are.
Look at her face right there. I mean, look at just the intensity of it.
And Germantown, they press, from start to finish, and that takes a lot of energy. She's all over the place.
Yeah.
And she's still, she plays so many minutes. That was a big-time three.
With again for three. Well, the thing with McNeil, too, this isn't some put-on thing for Arrowhead or because Coach Tippett is here. She'd do this in a game in November. Heck, she'd do this in a summer game in July. This is just how she plays basketball. With again, Lou With is on fire. 35-18, Arrowhead. Lou With is killing it. McNeil in the lane, no good.
Yeah, Arrowhead's given Germantown a little bit of their own play here.
It really is, isn't it? Uh-oh, she's open again in that corner.
Yeah, you probably don't want to leave her wide open.
There it is.
Yep.
She wants it. She's going to take it. Not this time.
It's the fans.
Weak side rebound, kick out, three, no good. Rebound, Kate Richmond.
And by fans, I don't mean the student section. I mean the fans in the ceiling that are blowing.
We got a 40-mile-an-hour wind going in here. McNeil in the corner. This is Tanya McNeil. Nice spin move off the glass, Tanya McNeil. 35-20 with 12:19 to go in the second half. Walsh. So you got Ishii on width. I mean, that's about a 6-inch difference there.
Yeah, but when you look at Germantown's lineup, they've got McNeil down there.
Yeah.
And she can handle the post play, but everybody else, Arrowhead's length just outmatches everybody.
It does. Width comes out. Boy, what a game she's having. It's 35-20 in favor of Arrowhead with 12 minutes exactly to go second half.
Nope.
That shot is no good. Here come the Warhawks the other way. The ones in white, I guess. And foul about 30 feet from the basket on Acker. That's 2 on Acker. Well, weather permitting, we'll be at Monona Grove Monday night for one of the biggest games in the Badger South this year as Oregon travels to Monona Grove. Oregon gave Monona Grove their only loss of the season, so Monona Grove and McKenna Warnock looking for a little payback on Monday night. We'll see what the weather does.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. And one! Wow, they are fired up.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
That's 3 on Acker.
She's not happy.
I think Germantown's just kind of shell-shocked here. Nice rebound, McNeil.
But you think about this game, yeah, there's still plenty of time left. Things can happen. Tide can turn, but
oh, yeah. Pampooch is fouled.
I'd be willing to bet that there's a good chance that this could be another, a matchup in playoffs, and I would be willing to bet that the result, maybe the end result, could possibly be the same. But I'd imagine that Germantown would have a much better game if that matchup ends up happening.
Yeah. Well,
I can't predict the future, so I'm not going to say that, if they do play,
well, we're locking you in. You've said it, so.
Hey, no, we're in that sectional. I don't want any kind of target on my back. Don't say that.
Well, Coach Stolberg is convinced that they're going to end up playing you guys.
Watertown, yeah. I'm still getting used to being in that sectional, so almost every day I got to go remind myself of who's in it. We played Watertown in the summer.
Yes.
In their Impact tournament.
Well, and going back to that game, we actually did live stream that tournament, and I think if to stop it at halftime and go over and say who are two of these players, and it was Alina Presco and Ellie Caraggio. I'd never seen them before, and you guys were firing on all cylinders for that game. I told you, I said, if you guys play like that, you're going to be a tough out. And you know what? You played like that last night, and you played like that Tuesday night against Brook East. So. I think, starting to come out the other side now, and just got to keep the momentum going for you guys as the season kind of moves along here. Menominee Falls coming up next on Tuesday. We'll be at that game at Menominee Falls.
Yep.
We only have 2 BC games left, Coach. Can you believe that?
I don't want to hear that.
I know it. It went so fast.
It's just so crazy how fast every season goes.
It's nuts.
You think, my memory sometimes is too good because there's things I don't want to remember, but we talk about that summer game against Watertown, and I can remember that. I feel like that was just honestly 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
And now we're almost into February, and season's starting to wind down. And
I know it's too fast.
It
Not
goes
ready.
way too fast.
And we got to wait 8 months again.
But that goes fast too.
There's 2 times in life: when basketball season is in and when it's not. Foul on Germantown. That's on McNeil. That's 3 on Natalie. 37-21.
Leave her in. I would say
I think
they'll
you
leave
have
her
to,
in.
don't you?
It's only 3, yeah. And with the score, you've got to kind of roll the dice a little bit.
So Coach Etheridge, who is he's at just another level on following W7, and he's fantastic, the coach of Monona Grove. He just texted me, slight correction, Stoughton was the only loss for Monona Grove this year, not Oregon.
Oh, oops.
So my bad, Max.
Sorry.
Hey,
thanks for the
Max
correction.
is awesome. He is awesome. Somebody's got to keep me straight around here, Coach. I tell you, it's a full-time job. Here's a kick out. Ball loose.
Oh, boy. That was not what they wanted to do, I don't think.
So the official right there that just made the call is actually a friend of mine, Greg Brockway from Economowoc. We coached football together years ago.
Well, get to see him in action.
Yep. He walked in, he's like, what are you doing here? We both said, what are you doing here at the exact same time?
I've only actually seen one of these refs before. It's the guy over there on the close to the Arrowhead bench.
I'm better known in Brookfield than I am in Economowoc, believe it or not. I live in Economowoc. I run into people in Brookfield all the time. Here's McNeil. Wow, reverse layup doesn't go. Rebound, pulse kill.
Good job by her sticking with the play and grabbing that offensive rebound. Giving them another chance here.
You know what I'm going to start doing from now on? I just realized, it just came to me. For sound checks, I'll just start making outlandish, crazy statements.
And see what
nobody
happens.
corrects me, then we know we got a sound problem.
Yep.
Because Coach Etheridge was all over it, so we must be good on sound now. So I'll just start doing that every game. Start making crazy predictions. Just start saying things.
Yep.
If somebody says, if I don't get like a WT something, then I know that we got sound issues. McNeil, Tanya McNeil for 2. 37-23. The lights mysteriously turn on ahead of us. It's just
they went off before, and I was like, "Wow, what are they doing? Are they closing the place down?"
Like
wow.
Lou with for 3. feel like we're in The Shining or something.
Yeah, she's feeling it. She is feeling it.
40-23, Arrowhead. McNeil trying to get some room.
She's got to get out of there, yeah.
Now Tanya McNeil. Boy, they're so fast. Phoebe Frenzel.
I just want to know how Arrowhead continuously has so much length. I mean, they like just hang from their, from the ceiling upside down or what?
Well, you look at Walsh and you look at width, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Maddie Walsh has been out for a lot of the season this year. Back playing full-time again. They're going to be a tough out, Coach, as they always are. People kind of come into this idea this year, I think, like, hey, maybe Arrowhead's down. I don't know about that.
No way. You can't ever think that they're down.
And again, when you have to rotate so many kids in from last year haven't played, I mean, they're doing what they typically do, which is, I mean, they play really tough competition, and then right around the end of January, they start separating, and this is starting to happen. You can see it right now.
Yep.
Second shot, no good. Scott Ash, photographer here with in front of us from, oh my goodness.
My Community, is that?
Yeah, My Community, yes. Yep. Yeah, great photographer. Boy, he's a fantastic photographer.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
He does. He is great.
Really good shots.
Nice feed inside, and we're going to have a foul.
With the travel down there.
We can tell that
they did. What did they call? 3 seconds? I don't know what they called on that one.
You can tell the G-Town kids are just looking for anything positive to build on here. Here's Jalen Acker. Screen from Pampooch, 23. Acker, boy, a lot of 4 shots. No good on that one. Rebound.
She got it back.
And a steal.
Props to her for sticking with it. Jeez, they just...
Boy, nothing is going in. Frenzel got the rebound, and then Acker came right back and took it away. Boy, she's just she's a tough kid. Never gives up on a play either, ever.
That was impressive to stick with it. Just one of those games right now, though, for Germantown. Every team has 1 or 2 a game or a season, and this seems to be theirs right now, where just nothing is going right for them.
Right.
And that absolutely happens, and it's tough, but they just got to stick with it. As you said, look for some positives.
And, I mean, it's a 16-point lead with 8:34 left. I mean, would you say that it's fair to say, I mean, they could come back and still win this thing, I mean, realistically? You think so?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't want to go back to my team here.
Here we go.
One of my terrible
Jekyll and Hyde
experiences as a coach. But, last year we were playing Stevens Point, Spash, in our Thanksgiving tournament. No joke, we're up 16, 3 minutes left. We end up losing by 2. So I have 100% believe anything is possible, regardless of score, time situation. The only thing that's tough, though, is Germantown now only has 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
So, essentially, if they are able to make a push here and close this gap, that might be tough.
40-24 with 8:34 to go. Germantown ball, top of the key. That's Kate Richmond now. Tanya McNeil, Jalen Acker. Back to Richmond. Trying to get a screen for Acker. Here's Tanya McNeil. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Kate Richmond. Natalie McNeil to Tanya McNeil. Turnaround boy, nice block. Squashed again, number 30.
Yeah, it was a good block, and it was a good job by her staying straight up, just walling up and not bringing her arms down and fouling on the shot.
(40-24), 8:03 left.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Got away with one there.
McNeil saved her. Yep. Natalie McNeil saved her. Keep going.
I thought I heard a whistle.
Yeah, I think that's why they stopped.
Out of bounds. Boy, it has not been a pretty game, has it? I mean,
No, that's unfortunately that's the style that Germantown plays when things aren't going. When they're not able to hit those threes and get the momentum going that way. That's kind of what this turns into. Like they just can't get anything going because they just haven't been able to play their style. And they can't get any open looks. Like there is not a slight opening.
McNeil, a little jumper short. Boy, it just isn't going tonight. And that's going to be a foul on Paul's kill. 89 feet from the hoop. Or as Sky Skybox should say, it might be more like 89 and a half. Boy, did we have fun with him the other night. He is so fun.
Yeah, he does a good job. I listened to that, watched that.
We were talking about that Brook East team, like, hey, how can they come back? And I said, it's like eating an elephant. One bite at a time. He goes, why are you eating elephants? I'm like, well, I'm not really eating elephants. Then we got into a whole big thing about eating elephants. And he said, well, how do you even eat an elephant? I said, with spicy mustard. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You could find a way.
I don't condone eating elephant, by the way, just public, for public service.
Honestly, though, I really do wonder if anyone's tried it.
Oh,
I'm sure. Maybe I'll have to look that up in my insomnia.
Yeah, that'd be your 2:30 in the morning Google searches.
Yep, you might get a Twitter message or something. And
famous elephant recipes.
Who knows? Maybe
elephant
if we have a snow day one of these days, I'll give it a whirl. The slow cooker.
If you show up with a casserole dish, I'm going to be super concerned.
Might happen.
6:44 left, 40-24 in favor of Arrowhead. Coach, talk about these seeding meetings. When they come, next month. I mean, obviously it's extremely political, and it's like everything else. It's locally based. I mean, everybody goes in and advocate. You got to go advocate for your team on what the seeding is, but. A game like this, how does that play into that conversation when it happens?
It definitely is one of those where it could make a big difference with these two teams specifically because they're, I'm going to say that both their resumes are going to be pretty similar. And so when it comes to that, you can look and say head-to-head is going to beat out, is going to win out every single time. So, when it's that close, you can say, when you think about coaches and how they vote too, when you compare these two teams, because they're so comparable and because it's, pretty similar, you're going to look at that, and that automatically is going to give Arrowhead the nod if they end up winning this one, because head-to-head does play a very big role in that.
Yeah. And so, it's not a conference game, but boy, it's going to be huge when those meetings come and you decide, hey, who's the number one and who's the number two, and and again, the difference between 1 and 2, is marginal, I would say, but it does matter.
But when you look at our sectional, you got Bayport in there, you've got De Pere in there. I know Bayport just beat De Pere last night.
Yep. And they're undefeated. They're the only undefeated team left in D1 is Bayport.
Yeah. So it's going to be. It's going to be tough because some teams are going to be fighting too for that, to be in that top spot where you're able to get a home game for regional finals.
Right.
And that could be the difference.
Yes, for sure.
To be honest, the last place I really want to be traveling to on a Saturday night for a regional final game is, 2 hours up north. And so...
Hey, go to Moseley. I'm telling you, that place, they're killing it up there. Have your regionals in Moseley. Boy, you talk about a fantastic venue.
I can imagine.
Oh, my gosh, it's great.
Nice pass.
Acker 3. Jalen Acker for 3. 40-27. 6:14 left.
That 3 right there, that came off of a post touch, a paint touch. They got the defense sunk in, and that's what was able to get them, a better catch and shoot opportunity and a bit of an opening. And that's just what they, how well Germantown can shoot the ball. I'd like to see them move the ball a little bit more. And as I said early on, is they have to get Arrowhead to defend.
Yes.
I know that their thing is early offense, scoring and whatnot, but sometimes that's just not going to work.
Well, now bonus situation for, well, 5 fouls on Arrowhead, but 7 on Germantown, so it's bonus the rest of the way for Arrowhead. Which, again, that's another thing you got to overcome, being down 13 points. Ishii picks up her dribble up top to Wisner.
See, Arrowhead's doing a really good job, too. They're not helping off on their, they're pretty much, it's guard your yard situation with them. So that's one of the reasons that Germantown just isn't getting the looks that they're getting, because they're trusting their one-on-one contained defense. And when you can see when they drive to the basket, Arrowhead's not leaving their girls. So they're banking on their girls being able to contain one-on-one and be able to stay between them and the basket.
Well, and I'll tell you, I mean, it's been a great 1-2 punch with Whitmoyer inside and Lou With on the outside. They've done a great job of mixing that up and keeping Germantown off balance defensively.
For sure.
Both free throws in and good for number 20. That's Emily Giese. 42-27, 15-point lead. Here comes McNeil. Pull-up jumper. That's her shot. No good again. Coach, we may have just discovered that Natalie McNeil is indeed human.
Yeah, maybe she's not superhuman, but she's, I'd still take her any day.
No question. 42-27, 5:08. There's a steal by Pulskill. Boy, nice hustle. Back down the other way to knock it out of bounds. Who is that? Is that Frenzel? Nope, 23. That's Bailey Deininger. Boy, I tell you, Coach Whitty absolutely loves Bailey Deininger. She's such a leader on this team. And when they were playing Bayport, they played Bayport, and then they were getting ready to play McWanago, and the next day was Beaver Dam. And Coach Whitty started talking about Beaver Dam, and Bailey said, "Why are we even having this conversation? We're playing McWanago Friday. Let's focus on that."
Absolutely.
Boy, boy, you got a kid like that on the floor.
Yep.
That is a huge advantage for you as a team.
Yeah, for her to even to say that, to say why are we even talking about that?
Love that. And great for Coach Whitty to share that story. I mean, that's a really cool thing to share. And but she came right after him, like, why are we having this conversation? Let's focus on what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Substitutions coming in for Germantown. Kate Richmond and Tanya McNeil, 42-28, 4:55 left. Second shot, no good. Rebound. That's Lauren Quast on the rebound for Arrowhead. Reminder, following tonight's game, the W7 Live player of the game. If Arrowhead wins, I'll give you 2 guesses on who it might be. Nice skip pass.
Wow, I get 2 guesses?
Do you even need 2 guesses?
Hey, sometimes.
And timeout, Arrowhead. Well, congratulations to our player of the game last night. I'll tell you what, Liz Sweet from Waukesha North, no points, sophomore, no points in the first half, and 21 in the second half. Just absolutely was on fire in that second half to help Waukesha North move to 6-5 in the Classic 8, and I'll tell you what, you got to be really impressed with the job Coach Goodman's doing over there. And a 6-5 record, is from where they were to where they are. That's light years ahead, and I think they're doing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you go in there being a first-year coach, and 3 coaches in 3 years. That's tough. That's not easy.
That's tough.
So to be able to go in there and get kids to buy in and do what is best for the team and the program, and it's showing. And I know, I do know that they worked incredibly hard over the summer and then, into the fall, and that pays off.
Well,
all that work is paying off.
He'll be the first to tell you too that he got really, really great kids,
yep.
and that that's a huge part of it. I mean, he got a great group to work with, a resilient group that came back. You can start losing by 40, 50, 60 points. I mean, after a while, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And those kids stuck with it, and have really put their trust in him, and it's paying off. So great season so far for North. We were thrilled to be there last night. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him, and that he's found this situation, and he deserves that.
And especially the girls do. It's great for them to have kind of the season they're having to hopefully finish their career on a positive note. Out of bounds.
Germantown's changing up their defense a little bit, hoping to get.
Well, I think you got to put more pressure on now, right?
Yeah, well, they're changing things up. You have to do something different. You can't just stick to what you're doing, because it wasn't really working here in this game. But they're going 1-3-1, hoping they'd work that right there. They got that empty possession from Arrowhead, so see if they can capitalize on it now.
Nice feed from Acker to McNeil. Shot no good. 42-28 with 4:10 left. Boy, I never in a million years thought I would see Germantown with 28 points with 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, their scoring average.
Boy, nice ball movement. Yep. That's just what we talked about just a moment ago. That's width to Whitmoyer for 2. Boy, great
That's exactly how you travel.
That's a. Oh, they're gonna call a jump ball.
That's exactly how you beat a 1-3-1. They got the ball moving, they got it, and they went high-low.
That was really nice.
I always tell our kids that there's absolutely no reason to settle for an outside shot against a 1-3-1. Get the ball to the basket, and that's exactly what they did.
It's kind of nice for Arrowhead, too, to kind of get the senior night thing, out of the way early and get a big win, against a big team like this. That's something now you don't have to deal with down the road in February as you're trying to get ready for other things. It's there's something to be said for that, I think.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. You kind of get your focus then on team stuff and trying to finish the season out on a strong note, because if you go
Walsh, boy, that might have been.
And there's absolutely no excuse either to not get that box out. No one boxed out on Germantown, not one. They barely even looked like they were going for the rebound.
And that was an easy weak side rebound for Whitmoyer. She's made a living off that in this game.
Yep.
And she'll go to the line for 2. It's 44-28. Arrowhead by 16. Do you think we may get some asks for the film of this game, maybe?
Maybe.
Free throw in and good by Whitmoyer, 45-28.
These two teams have been playing this matchup for the last few years, and I've always watched. I've always gotten the film on it, and and that's what Arrowhead's always done, and they've been able to have some success against Germantown, even as Germantown's always so strong and competitive, but because they are able to use their length so well against Germantown, and they've kept them from well below their scoring average, but also well below. They're not even just their 3-point.
The shooting percentage has got to be just.
Yeah. And that's what length does. It disrupts everything.
I'm really curious when it's all done to see what Germantown's shooting percentage is. It cannot be above 20%.
No. And their free throw percentage. They aren't a very good free throw shooting team as is, which is surprising.
Whitmoyer fouled
because they're such good 3-point shooters, but. That's the one thing with Germantown, is because they do shoot the 3 so well. I feel like they struggle at the basket.
What, in your experience, just with the teams that you've had, what does losing a game like this do for you, as far as your the confidence of the team? And again, every team's different. I get that, but looking at Germantown coming back in next week for conference play, What do you think we'd expect to see out of them?
For them, this kind of game,
Walsh
honestly,
on the block.
I don't think it does anything. I think Germantown has just so much confidence that it's one of those you get over. You move on. It's non-conference. Seeding and whatnot, but you've got to play no matter what. When playoffs come, you have to play good teams regardless.
Yeah.
So, I think either way, both teams, they're in a good position, and Germantown, they're going to finish out the season strong, and this could end up being a good thing, because now you kind of get bumped down a little bit, and you got to just find that within yourself to be able to have a really have short-term memory and move on.
It may not be the worst thing.
No.
And Coach Stewie's pulling all of his starters. With 2:38 left, they'll all come out.
Yeah, he's one of the few coaches that I see. I mean, and that's a credit to him. Get his players in that don't play as many minutes, and even against us, they're up. I mean, they're up 20, so it is what it is. But gets them in. 6 minutes left, so that's nice that they're able to get some minutes. And they do such a good job supporting their teammates, that play a lot of minutes, that they deserve to get out on the court.
And I think, the other thing is because they don't rotate a ton of kids in through the regular course of a game, you're always worried also, especially as hard of competitors as these kids are, about somebody getting hurt and somebody, doing something that causes, a problem down the road. And at this point, I mean, this game it's in the bag. It's not going to change. But you shouldn't turn off this game because, you never know what could happen. I got to be careful telling people that the game's over.
Do not turn it off. We have 2.5 minutes left. 2:25. Sorry.
We never want to say. Never want to say that.
That's my birthday number there, February 25th.
Nice.
So I always notice when the clock says that. Although I'm trying to forget that my birthday's coming up soon.
Well, and you gave away the year the other night when we were in Germantown when we were doing the
Gosh, I know,
80s
but I was
trivia
just so
question.
Disappointed that I got that wrong. I mean, how could I not know Saved by the Bell started in 1989?
So a little piece of trivia for you. That was actually my high school graduation year was 1989.
Wow, I was 2 years old.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry that I didn't
need
recognize.
the trailer on that, but gotcha, thanks. Here's Sophia Fernandez on the rebound. Crimson Meek. Alex Poole was so taken with Crimson Meek and that name. She thought that was just the greatest name.
Maybe
we miss
one
Alex.
day,
We miss Alex.
Yeah, maybe one day she'll come to you and say, "Look at my little crimson."
My Crimson Meek. Timeout. Arrowhead. They're going to
Coach Whitty
do
is
some
still
substitutions.
coaching no matter
yeah,
what.
he's phenomenal.
Yep. But that's the thing, is you always want to be coaching regardless of who's in the game, what the situation, and what the score is, because every kid deserves to be, coached the same way. Every kid deserves to be, treated like, their minutes matter.
Absolutely, they absolutely do.
Matter.
Yes, I mean they're the ones that put in the time at practice. They're the ones that go and do free throws at 6 o'clock in the morning, and all that stuff. They're the ones that are working their tail off in the summer, and when it's their time to be on the court, they deserve every ounce of attention that they get. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yep, Arrowhead's got some subs in now.
1:40 to go, 49-28 in favor of Arrowhead. Stick around for the W7 Live Player of the Game coming up. And there's a turnover. Dininger down in the corner. Lou with. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Up and in. Boy, when it goes well, it goes well. Abby Bergman, the senior, for two. Everybody loves it.
Arrowhead is over there always celebrating like it's a state championship win, but, good for them, I suppose.
Well, I think they were happy for Abby. She doesn't play very much.
It is very exciting. It always makes me laugh. I guess they do know what it feels like, though, to go to state. So
yeah, they have some experience
there. That's why,
there.
They've got that culture, and that's a fantastic thing to have. But that's that's what I love, though, too, about teams that when their bench players are in, and
it's a huge thing.
Yes, it's to see their starters so excited, or the kids that play more minutes, see so excited for them. That really does make me smile.
Well, and they have 4 managers also that they celebrated today, and if you know Coach Whitty, I mean he counts those kids as just as important as the players, and they help win games, and you know that as well, Coach.
Yep.
I mean, those kids are crucial to the success of a team.
Oh, there we go. Oh, she almost had that one there too. Yeah, when you have good managers, and theirs do a lot. I mean,
yes.
They're very much a huge part of the team and their success. But it's nice that they're able to include those kids in that way.
Two free throws for Lindsay Paul. She's a senior for Germantown.
Oop. Made the second one there.
One of two.
Get her on there. Good win for Arrowhead, that's for sure. Good momentum builder, and be able to beat a really, really good team. That's good. Good stuff.
Well, I want to recognize the 4 managers for Arrowhead also. And I told Coach Woody I'd do that. Lauren Powell, Emily Lauterbach, Tara Osborne, and Claire Babler, also part of this team, seniors on this team. So congratulations to those 4 plus the 4 players as well. Final score here tonight, 51-30, Germantown falling to Arrowhead. Boy, great game by the Warhawks, the Arrowhead Warhawks tonight. We'll be back with the W7 Live Player of the Game. Coach Liebel, I'll let you get on your merry way.
Yeah,
and thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us as always. We appreciate it. And thanks for your expertise tonight. And
yeah, thanks for letting me come and
you betcha.
Be part of this.
Coach Stolberg's making his approach. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the W7 Live Player of the Game. You're watching W7.
You don't like basketball.
Don't go away. We are coming back with the player of the game. There's a rumor that she's in the building, so hang with us. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, but you can probably guess. But hang on. We'll be right back, hopefully, in the next couple minutes. Stick with us, W7. W7 Live, we are here in the spooky corner, as I call it, with the W7 Live player of the game. It's Lou With from Arrowhead. Lou, boy, great game tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, you know, it's senior night, a big deal, obviously. I mean, a lot of emotions. I mean, what was it like coming into this game tonight, knowing it's, you know, it's your guys' day and your days are running out here?
Well, I think that we were just so excited, and our whole team, like, we've been celebrating all week, and it's just we've been so hyped for this game, and Germantown too is such a great opponent, and we were just so excited to play all together.
I mean, you guys came out. What I was really impressed with you guys is you came out with absolutely no fear, nothing. I mean, you came out and took care of business, like, right from the get-go. Mm-hmm. You know, what did Coach say to you guys, you know, in the locker room, getting ready? I mean, you guys look like you could have broken through walls here in that first half.
Yeah. Woody just said that we play for each other and that this is the game that we especially play for the seniors, and all the hard work we put in is just for each other, and that's what we did, and we just came together and just knew what we had to do. Well,
and you had a lot of confidence in that 3-ball tonight, boy. And I saw you had some fist pumping and yelling and everything else on the court. I mean, you were pretty demonstrative, you know, after you made it. I mean, you could tell this was a big deal for you guys.
Yeah, it was. Just with our whole team that we got so hyped for each other, and it was just so fun to be a part of it on the court.
What are these seniors like? What's this group like for you? And not just the players, obviously, because I know with you guys, it's not just the players, the managers also. You guys are a pretty tight group. And, you know, what's special about this group, and what are you going to miss about these guys?
I'm going to miss everything. I love this group so much. We've been together for so long, and we're all just friends on and off the court, and we just hang out with each other all the time, and it's just so fun, and I'm going to miss everyone on the team so much.
Well, and you're going all the way. Are you going to California?
Yes.
Did I hear that right?
Yes.
California Baptist,
yes.
Is that right? Well, congratulations on that.
You.
That's fantastic for you. And, you know, still got business to attend to here. I mean, you know, what are your thoughts on this team? I mean, you guys seem to be playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see how far we can ride this thing out. I mean, our goal at the end is just to stay together as long as possible, and I think that's what we're going to try
Keep extending,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And, you know, you guys have played some really great competition this year.
Yeah.
What's that done for you as far as getting you guys ready for postseason? Because, you know, not everybody goes and proactively schedules games like Coach Woody does. I mean, he'll take on anybody anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's going to help us so much. We've seen how much we've progressed so far, and Germantown is a great opponent, like one of the best that we've played, and it just shows how much we've been getting better.
Well, and now it's back to conference games, and we're going to see you guys again on February 12th, right here. No, hopefully not right here again, back
North.
in the other gym again.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm worried about what's back in that. Back there. But February 12th when you play McWanago. So again, you know, the no rest. You guys got an incredible schedule, but. Boy, I love the way you guys are playing and the way the seniors played tonight. And congratulations to you and to your teammates, and wish you guys the best, you know, the rest of the way through.
Well, thank you so much.
One last question for you, Lou. So, Lou With, our player of the game tonight. So, Lou, everything 77 does, we do for who?
For the girls.
Lou With. Look for us tomorrow. We'll be in Madison for – you're going to come with us to Madison tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, we are. We're so excited.
So W7 girls basketball day tomorrow in Madison. I'm sure the game's going to be on TV. Nebraska, Wisconsin, big game. Cheer on the Badger ladies. They're going to win big tomorrow. I got a big feeling. Hannah, sorry, you guys probably going down tomorrow. So get ready. W7, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Lou.
Yeah.